This is What's Happening with Herb and Dave. I'm David Evans here with Herb McConnell. We're at Art on the Square, and we're here with Joyce Fogel, who's the coordinator of Art on the Square. You're having a great day. Tell us how things are going.
Well, I can't believe this weather. We have really lucked out. There's a nice breeze, and everybody's wandering around looking at the artwork. It's going to be a good day.
Okay. Now, we're here in front of your stand. Why don't you give us a little tutorial on some of your artwork here?
Well, I have the old and the new here. My new thing that I've been doing is using metallics in my work. And this is copper
Oh, yeah.
in this one. And there's several historic things from Noble County that I do paintings of. Actually,
Okay.
the chamber.
That's an actual bridge in
Uh-huh.
Noble County?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes. I can't tell you. I don't know.
Oh.
I can't tell you. And this is.
Sorry I asked.
This is. This has got metallic paint in it as well. It's a silver,
Yeah.
and I've got buttons, antique buttons that I make necklaces and mirrors out of. And my neighbor has peacocks. She gives me the feathers, and we put them on. I put them on empty note cards.
Which neighbor?
The Ingrams, actually.
Okay.
Eddie Ingram and his
Okay.
wife. Yeah, and then the buttons are antique buttons that I make mirrors out of.
Oh my goodness, yes, that's lovely.
What everybody needs, right? And these are slumped wine bottles that
Yes,
can be
I
used
have
as.
one. I have one
Yes,
of
you
those
do
in my
have
house.
one of these.
Yes.
This is a wine bottle that's been melted in the kiln.
Yeah.
And it's on a necklace with a knife, and you hang them up in your house when you are using them for cheese trays.
Yeah, that's lovely. I guess you'll just let anybody come around. I see your brother Pete.
Yeah, they had to show up at this moment, didn't they? Hi guys, say hi. Our old there we go. Window to hang the curtain on, and I've turned them into bottle toppers,
Very
doorknobs. The Chamber of Commerce just bought this.
nice. Okay, now is that an actual house in the
Yeah,
area?
that's the Ball Caldwell house.
Okay.
The Ball Caldwell house is just down the street, and they're going to auction this off at their chamber dinner in November. So that painting will be auctioned off at the chamber dinner.
Very
in November.
nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's Seneca Lake. I don't know. More buttons.
That's all right.
I'm getting ahead of him.
Pet portraits.
Yes, I do pet portraits. Give me a photograph of your animal, and I will do a painting of him for you. That's one of the pets out in my yard. That deer.
Yeah.
This one, these here are some things that I've done. This little guy, he's standing in front of his painting that I did of him.
All right.
Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah, that's about it.
Well, listen, thanks, Joyce. We appreciate you giving us this little tour. And we're going to tour some of the other booths and check out some of the other artwork that's on display. So we appreciate you taking the time to talk to
Thank you
us.
for coming. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure.
And hopefully next year everybody can come to Art on the Square.
Okay.
Anne Marie Kovach,
Where you live, Anne Marie?
Philo,
Do
up
you?
by Zanesville. Yep.
Okay, and this is your jewelry.
Yes, it is.
Okay, do you want to describe some of the vintage slate necklaces that are on display?
Sure, absolutely. The slate necklaces that I make, each one of them has a piece of slate set in jeweler's grade resin, and the slate came off the roof of a barn that stood up on the Trotz family farm near Zanesville for over 100 years.
Right.
So it's a little piece of local history turned into wearable art. No two are exactly alike, and each one comes with its own story of the history of the slate. So I have those here, as well as all my wire work, which is very, very popular. My trees, a lot of those are also mounted on the slate. Some of the moon trees are popular, and then this four-season collection is one of my bigger pieces here. And then, of course, I do the small hand-woven wire work jewelry for those who prefer to wear their art. So, and I also have a full line of aromatherapy jewelry for anybody who's into essential oils and homeopathy.
All right. Well, listen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you taking some time to
No
show us your
problem.
display.
I appreciate you promoting my business.
That's all right.
My name's Paul Sumler,
And where you from, Paul?
right here in Caldwell.
Right here in Caldwell. Okay, you have some woodwork on display.
Yes, I do.
Do you want to describe some of it for us?
Well, yeah, I got lamps, wooden lamps that I've made
Mm-hmm.
that originally all started out as firewood.
Is that right? So it's
Yeah.
all local wood.
It's all local, yeah, cherry and oak and what have you. I got some small jewelry box over here,
Mm-hmm.
cigar humidor, another little small jewelry box, another humidor.
Okay.
Got some clocks
Yes.
and candle holders.
Yeah, we see them. Very nice.
So,
All right, well, listen, Paul, thanks a lot.
alrighty.
Okay, you have a good day.
You too.
We're here with Jordan Blackstone, daughter of the famous artist Alita Blackstone of Woodsfield, and she has some prints, some paintings, some beautiful stuff here. Go ahead, Jordan. Tell me what we got here.
Sure. So my mother paints on acrylic canvas, or on canvas with acrylic. So she's got a pretty wide variety of landscapes that she does and other scenery. She does custom orders. She's done murals as well. So pretty versatile artist.
Murals like in, there's a beautiful setting of a, what is that over here? I'm going to point this out. And that is like, it looks like an old castle or
Yeah,
something.
it does. It does. I wasn't there when she painted that one, so it's kind of a blend of a pastoral. That one came after we visited an art museum, and so she was kind of inspired by some of the old masters and their landscapes.
Beautiful stuff. And behind you, we have cattle. It's Red Bull number 1 and Red Bull number 2. Has nothing to do with the drink Red Bull. Not a bit.
She knows it exists.
Okay, but this is some great stuff. And does she have a contact number?
She does. It's up there on her sign.
Yeah.
And then she's got business cards as well. So she's got a website, so people
Okay.
can check her out on AlitaBlackstoneArtPrints.com.
Artprints.com, Alita Blackstone, and area code 740-213-9503. And if you like your landscape painted, mural done of your farm, or even of a webcaster, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
You got a project? We got the stuff at Caldwell Lumber Do It Best Center. Hardware, tools, paint, electrical, plumbing. If you don't feel like doing it yourself, we can do it for you. That's Caldwell Lumber on State Route 78 in the western part of the city of Caldwell. Your Do It Best Center. We're here with Joanne Jackson, President and CEO of
Quilt Lovers Guild.
the Quilt Lovers Guild on the square. We're having a raffle. What are we raffling off? The one behind us here?
We are raffling off a bear's paw and a log cabin quilt. A lot of the ladies in the club have made the blocks and was put together. Betty Miller is over the the quilt, not the charity quilt, but the raffle quilt this year. And we do this to make money for to have classes and different things for sewing to make quilts.
Okay, we're at the Caldwell VFW booth with Commander.
Tim Miller.
Okay, give us a little background on this booth here and what we're doing.
Well, this booth is to honor veterans and to thank them for their service, and to thank any veterans that come down to Art on the Square. And we would also like to invite anyone that might not already be either a member or a social member to come down and visit us and see what we have to offer. We're going to be having some open houses at the VFW. We've recently done a bunch of cleaning and upgrading to the VFW itself, and we're going to start bringing the public in much more.
Okay, your service record, you were in Desert Storm or any of those?
I was in Desert Storm, Desert Shield, and retired after 29 years of service between the Army and the Army National Guard. And was able to see the 2174 out of McConnellsville out the door before I retired, and I was proud of that.
My son was a member of the unit, and he loved it there. And he's retired out of there now, and he's just a civilian, he'll tell you. But my hat's off to you fellas for everything you've done for our country, and much appreciated. Thank you.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Okay, we're here with
Young you?
Young You, and
Yes,
you're
sir.
from
I'm from S1E, Georgia.
S1E, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Is that named after the river?
No, it's a city.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, now listen, you've got some really nice artwork. Do you want to describe some of it for us?
Oh, yeah. This kind of painting is I call 3D art.
3D art?
And first to stretch canvas and attach it together.
Okay.
And I paint over.
I
It's
see.
acrylic on canvas. Yeah. Mhm.
Very nice.
Something different.
Yes. Okay. Now, Young, are you originally from Georgia?
No, originally South Korea.
South Korea?
Yes, sir.
All right. And, okay. Well, this is...
For the, I want to say,
Okay.
This is my full-time job.
Okay. This is a very nice collection,
All right.
and we appreciate you sharing it with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
thank you.
All right.
Before the turn of the century, Gary Davis bought the pharmacy off the old mayor, Bud Ralston. And now you have a full-service pharmacy here in Caldwell where you can drop off and pick up drugs the same day or have them called in, email them in. But Gary has tossed the mantle to his son, Matt, who now runs the pharmacy. It's also a good place to pick up a really good greeting card, Melissa and Doug toys, paraphernalia for Ohio State, the Browns, but most of all, their favorite, the West Virginia Mountaineers. Come to Davis Drug, a community-oriented pharmacy in Caldwell. All right, welcome to What's Happening. We're here in front of the People's Bank Theater in Marietta. I'm here with Cole Mazaher.
How's it going, guys?
And coming up, 2 weeks is it start?
Yes, we're 2 weeks out.
In 2 weeks, June 23rd, the Cabaret starts.
Cabaret, June 23rd.
Start with it. Cole has an extensive background in theater. We'll get into that here in a little bit, but tell us a little something about the folks that are putting this on.
I'm the MC in Cabaret, who is the narrator slash leader slash bad guy slash good guy. He's all the things rolled
Everything.
into one. He's like a blanket. Just put all the things in a blanket and wrap it all up. That's what the MC is.
And in the movie, Joel Gray played that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the other cast members and what they do.
Well, we have people from all over. I mean, this is a professional summer stock at the People's Bank. I believe it just opened 2 years ago. So this is the second, third year that it's been going. But we have cast members we have two people from New York. We have a girl from Georgia. There's a guy from Cincinnati, a girl from Cleveland. We have people from all over the area who were all hired through regional auditions that they have up in New Concord at Muskingum College every year.
This isn't Bill when he gets off work at 5 from the factory. Or
No, it most
Chuck
certainly
from
is not. No.
From the fields plowing corn, and then they come in at night.
No.
These are
Yeah.
professionals.
Professional actors. Now we
Yes.
we have in Cabaret 2 community members. We have George and Susan Meredith, who are 2 local names, and they're both doing some of the older roles, the adult roles. And in Merchant of Venice, we have these 2. George is also in that show. We have 2 wonderful young people, one named Jet and one named Khalees, who are playing One of them's playing Lancelot Gabo, and the other one's playing one of Portia's servants, and they're adorable. So there's some community aspects thrown in, but for most of the part, almost the entire cast is professionally.
Give me the dates on the cabaret itself
Well,
when it runs.
let me turn around.
Let's turn
look
around
at this
and
flyer
look at
back here. Cabaret, so it opens the 23rd of June, 24th, and those are both at 8. On the 25th, it's at 2. And then the next weekend, it runs the 30th, the 1st, and the 2nd. The 30th is at 8, and the 1st and the 2nd are both at 2 because those evenings we have our opening nights for Merchant.
So there'll be a matinee, and then
There'll be a
the
matinee,
Merchant plays
and then
at
that
night.
evening the Merchant play. And Merchant of Venice is
Man.
free to the public in Muskingum Park down by the river in Marietta,
Muskingum
Ohio.
Park. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We'd like to thank our sponsors on the Square for Art on the Square. This is Mike's Tire Shop, custom fitting tires for your needs, oil changes and brakes. We'll pump your gas. Kathy's Kitchen, part of Art on the Square sponsorship. Get a meal. They'll be right across from the art gallery. Kathy's Kitchen. Need some jewelry? Hey, how about a wedding ring? Go to Louis E. Henry's Jewelers on the Square, sponsors of Art on the Square. Go in and see Dingo Dick at Carl's Shoes. He'll fit you with just about anything. Boots, shoes, and slippers. Go in and see Mary Rex on the Square. Get custom fitting glasses, optometry, and the best looking girls in the county. And our last sponsor, Tim Hayes at True Value Hardware in Caldwell. All your hardware needs and rental equipment, if you'd like, for anything you can think of doing, outdoor or in.